This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Next up, we've got the Intercontinental title on the line, and it's going to be Kevin Owens and Ryback. Boy, you can tell Ryback is not well liked here. Kevin Owens retains in 5.5 minutes. Ryback's going to try a press slam early, but couldn't lock him out. He also does a delayed suplex. Owens sets up a cannonball, but instead Ryback counters with a Spinebuster. The crowd is booing Ryback and cheering Owens, but everybody somehow gets into the "Feed Me More" chant. Ryback hits a power bomb. Owens kicks out. He hits the clothesline and goes for the shell shock, but Owens escapes, and then hits the pop-up power bomb out of nowhere. And Meltzer would write, Ryback sold the eye like it had been poked. Too short. Star in 3/4. I can't wrap my head around this. I like both of these guys. I think they're both great performers. I thought Ryback had a good look and a good gimmick. And once upon a time, he was one of the hotter stars in the company, and felt like the company, just as you likes to say, cut his water off too soon. But this pop-up power bomb at this point, thanks to John Cena, that's a made move. I guess I'm cool with Kevin winning from it, but it feels like we needed a little more time here. 5.5 minutes. What'd you think?
Well, wasn't this a return? I think this was a return from a previous pay-per-view.
Right.
Same match. And I think the big mistake was they did the exact same finish. Poke in the eye, pop-up power bomb, which is not good. You could probably just figured out a way to get to the power bomb without having to poke him in the eye, but it just felt redundant to me. And again, you got to go back and look at, again, I go back and point out Kevin Owens' debut. He debuted with John Cena. The babyface reaction, and it was basically a small group that knew him from the Indies and knew him from NXT or whatever the case was prior to coming to the main roster, but he had a bit of a following. And then when the main audience saw the things, I mean, he's a bumblebee. He shouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that he does athletically. And I mean, he does some things that are just incredible. He should have been a babyface the very next morning. Some things should have changed and what they were thinking about. So, Kevin going into this thing, he's not a heel, which makes it difficult on Ryback. Ryback had gotten really hot with the merchandise sales and with starting to get hot with the audience. The Feed Me More thing was starting to catch fire, and he did get his water cut off, and I'm not sure why. Just didn't seem like a good business move at the time. But again, that was closed door meetings, something I wasn't privy to. I was just there to help, the guys on their matches and day-to-day things. But it just felt like guys were in the wrong position. It should have been Kevin the babyface, and maybe Ryback should have been the heel, or you had a different heel, or whatever the case may be. But if they reacted properly on the finish, that is your goal. And if you achieve that, you won.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.